It's the morning of April 7, 2015 when we dock at the port of Nagasaki in Japan, the birthplace of Sapphire Princess ship. This day, I got it all planned to go and spend my day independently and explore the city on my own. It's my first time to visit Nagasaki, but with an all-day streetcar pass, it was best to follow the crowd. Figuring out the local transport system seemed easy enough, but anything could still happen.
Okay, bye-bye. Wow, just follow everybody. Yeah. The other side. The other side. Oh, we're going to the other side? We have to go to the city.
We picked the wrong car for the transfer to our first destination, the Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum. When we got off the Station 19, I quickly found out that the Nagasaki Peace Park is just across the street. This park is the closest of the tourist spots in the area, and I decided it would be the first one to explore. At the south end of the park is the Fountain of Peace. It was constructed as a prayer for many atomic bomb victims who died searching for water, and as a dedication for world peace. In the background is the peace statue. The statue's right hand points to the threat of nuclear weapons, while the extended left hand symbolizes eternal peace. On both sides of the Peace Park are monuments donated from countries around the world, including the constellation Earth from the United States, the Maiden of Peace from China, from Russia, New Zealand, and many others. Across the street, a walking distance, and just around the corner, is the Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum. It was in Nagasaki on August 9, 1945 that the United States dropped the second atomic bomb during the Second World War. The museum exhibits a number of photographs depicting the devastation caused by the atomic bomb and the events that led up to this tragic day that caused tens of thousands of deaths and injured in Nagasaki. A replica of the atomic bomb is on display at the museum, along with a number of articles showing the after effects of the bomb. In front of the museum are the steps leading down to the hypocenter of the atomic bomb. This site's monument marks where the atomic bomb exploded, 500 meters above, and where the devastation started. Standing next to the monument is part of the Urakami Cathedral that remained after the atomic bombing. It was a bit of a challenge to find the Urakami Cathedral with a single sign and only a few people around the street to ask for direction. But somehow, after a few minutes walk, I found one of Nagasaki's prominent landmarks standing on top of a hill. This cathedral was destroyed by the atomic bomb blast, but was later rebuilt after the war. I wanted to go inside to take a look, but it seemed like some kind of ceremonies were in progress, and access was limited for tourists. I decided to just take outside photos. Near the entrance are several burnt statues that survived the atomic bomb blast. My next mission was to head back to the Takaramachi Station 25. Along the way, I struck a conversation with the couple from UK, Gary and Carol. It turned out that they were also cruise passengers and here to explore Nagasaki on their own. With their flexible plans, they ended up joining me to head for the summit of Mount Inasa. The summit of Mount Inasa is about 15-minute walk followed by a 5-minute ropeway ride. Armed with a Nagasaki map and a direction advice from a nearby hotel personnel, we were confident we wouldn't get lost.
Sorry for the wait. Thank you for using the Nagasaki ropeway today. Please enjoy your 1,100-meter-long, 5-minute trip through the sky to the 333-meter peak of Mount Inasa. When departing the ropeway, there is an observation deck located to your left. When it's an exceptionally clear day, you should be able to see not only the city, but also out to faraway Unten, Amakusa, and Goto.
It was a smooth ropeway ride with some previews of what we were about to see at the summit. At the summit, there was almost no one around. It was windy and a little chilly, and where I stood offered the great views of the city of Nagasaki. We took our time taking pictures and selfies and enjoying the moments while at the summit.
That's a good background. That's perfect. Oh, look here. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Wait, no. We'll go to this guy.
Good one, boy, down, Jamie. Good.
We must have just missed one.
We hope to see you again soon. Please be sure not to leave anything behind when disembarking. Thank you so much for using the ropeway today.
Thank you. Thank you.
This Mount Inasa visit was an interesting one, especially when at the lower station of the ropeway, Carol decided to perform a series of ritual to purify her body and mind before we head back to catch our ride for our next destination.
Yeah, left hand. On your left hand.
Yeah.
Take the dipper in your left hand and pour it over your right hand. Swap over.
Oh, so nothing to do with that?
Pass the dipper.
Oh, nothing to do with the
right
dragon.
hand and cut some pour water in the palm.
Before I realized it, I found myself willing to hang out with Gary and Carol for the rest of the day. They suggested that we go and see the Spectacles Bridge next. The Spectacles Bridge is Japan's oldest arc-shaped stone bridge. Built under the instructions of a temple priest in 1634, it is designated as an important cultural asset. And as we walked just around the corner, we came across a shopping mall where plenty of things can be found, from traditional dresses, groceries, food items, and even familiar American fast food restaurants. For our last leg of our Nagasaki adventures, we head back toward the cruise terminal, where we originally planned to visit the Glover Garden up the hill. We had more time to burn, and we later knew we were in the right direction when we found the hillside elevator, which rises diagonally to near the entrance of the Glover Garden.
I wonder which number it is.
It could possibly be.
That's why I said we're going to say again if you get it.
I've only seen it.
But once up there, at the top of the hill, we were captivated by the overlooked view of Nagasaki from the opposite side of the harbor.
Oh wow, look at the view here.
As we walked along the trail, we decided it would be interesting to follow the sign leading up to the Mount Nabikanmuri Observatory. Soon, more and better panoramic views unfolded before our eyes. Local residents tending to their gardens, monuments, memorials, and statues. At the bottom of the hill is our ship still at the dock, patiently waiting for our return. While I busied myself enjoying the view and taking pictures, I had to do catch-ups with Gary and Carol. We were the only ones around, but no one was worried. After a while, we got tired and almost got discouraged by the seemingly never-ending steps going up. But the signs reminded us that we were almost there. Finally, it was a relief to reach the highest point. We agreed that the effort was worth it to see the highlights from the observatory, including the Megami Bridge near the harbor. Full view of the harbor and the top of Mount Inasa at the far end on the other side. The shipyard where a new cruise ship was being built, and the natural surroundings. And then, minding our time and having seen enough, it was the right moment to go and head back down. Walking back to the terminal, we made a stop along the way to browse for souvenirs at the corner shops. This has been a good day to explore Nagasaki, and I have seen as much as I could, making this short visit a very memorable one.